Hello, everybody. How's it going? If you would, for me, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Yep, yep. She's got videos in here too. If you want to check them out. Yeah, the little one. Yeah. So this is gonna be my review to animated film, Super Mario Brothers. That's right, not that atrocity from the early '90s that I had the displeasure of watching. Uh, this is the animated film. It's directed by, or no, it's brought to you by Illumination Studios. So a lot of people who aren't familiar with Illumination Studios, they did all the Despicable Me movies. They're responsible for the Minions, which is the spin-off to Despicable Me. Um, yeah, so that basically you get the gist of Illumination Studios. So and the Hotel Transylvania movies, I believe, with Adam Sandler, they did those too. So now we get a 2023 Super Mario Brothers film, and we're getting a slew of video game movies, like like people who actually care about video games making video game movies. Uh, so because I really like the look of this, the animation is gorgeous. I like it. Almost makes me wish that we got this first instead of the John Leguizamo and the late Bob Hoskins movie and the late Dennis Hopper movie. Because that wasn't Bowser. Dennis Hopper, that wasn't Bowser. Rest in peace to him. But uh, so we actually get the actual like resemblance of the video game itself, Super Mario Brothers. Um, so yeah, this is of course an anime film. Uh, it so the voices is the voice of this the voices that are linked to this movie. Mario is played by Chris Pratt. Luigi's played by Charlie Day. Bowser is Jack Black. Um, he has some Anya Taylor Joy in there, who plays Princess Peach. Uh, so it's slow voices going on here, and again, I really like the animation, uh, and I really like the fact that they have a lot of stuff in here for the fans, including a lot of the references. They have quite a few references in here. As if a lot of people remember, uh, Mario's first villain was not Bowser. Actually, it was Donkey Kong. So it's a little. That's for those who didn't, who didn't know. I actually used to play those Mario games. That's how old I am. I'm old. Okay. That you used to run up the thing, and Donkey Kong has the princess beside him, and he's throwing the barrels at you. You gotta jump over the barrels. Uh, so that's so the Donkey Kong reference in here. That's always like, yeah, Donkey Kong uh used to be his nemesis. He used to be the bad guy, and Mario was the good guy. Uh, but I really like I said, I really like what they're doing with video game movies these days. They're actually making them like they usually like they care, you know. And then because with this movie, you start out with Mario, uh, and Mario and Luigi, and not only are they brothers, the, they do kind of do a jab at the fake accent, the Mario accent, and you'll see it if you see it in here. It was kind of funny. I thought it was pretty clever how they did it. Because I know a lot of people, even including me, I was like, well, Charlie Day's not doing or not Day. Chris Pratt is not doing the Mario Italian voice, but the way they play it off in here was kind of cool. Um, So because like I said, this movie starts out as two brothers. You know, they're trying to run uh, um, a plumbing business, albeit a failed plumbing business at that, a failing if not fail. And they uh, and then once they see the whole, they're sitting there with their family, and they see on the news that the whole city is flooding, and we have to go save. You know, we have to go show them that we're actual plumbers. Uh, they get sucked into this this pipe, and they go to the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's funny because they get sucked into this pipe, and then they both it just seems like they get separated. Uh, Luigi goes to this direction, Mario goes to this direction, and the script goes to that direction. Because I think after that, because I was like, with the negative reviews that was going on, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm actually really going to like this. I think this is going good so far. I feel like once this movie got to the Mushroom Kingdom, um, I was just kind of waiting for this to be over. uh, there's where was the story at in this? You know, it was weird because like it was like there wasn't really too much story to this. This just became video game references the movie. This was almost like, let's see how many video game references from Mario we can cram into this. Um, I really again, I admire this movie for not being um as bad as the Super Mario Brother movie from the 90s. You know, I'm glad they at least stepped that up. But I that's not a very high bar to jump over. If you get what I'm saying. Um, I thought the voice acting was good. Again, I like the animation. The animation actually looks like the world. It looks like it looks like an actual uh like it closely resembles the Super Mario Brothers like world, that entire world. And like I said, and it's full of just those references. There's even a scene with Mario and Luigi where they have to jump over all these obstacles and stuff like that to get home, and it shifts to like the 2D side-scrolling Mario's, like the old school, how Mario used to be like a 2D side-scroller. You used to, you know, jumping over obstacles and stuff like that just to get home, and I thought that was a really clever idea. Um, I just feel like this movie just had like other than I just felt like other than maybe the animation, the good voice acting, this movie just had nothing else. And it just reflected in length. The movie's only an hour and 20 minutes. I think it was only like an hour and 20 minutes. So at least it didn't stay very long. You know, it got in and it got out. Um, Bowser is pointless in this movie. I don't even know why he's in here. Jack Black, I thought, did a good job voicing him. As much as I'm not the biggest Jack Black fan, I think I find him to be kind of annoying at times. Um, it was the Peaches song where I was just kind of like, okay, we're doing the Jack Black spastic thing again, but he gets interrupted, and whoever interrupted him from singing, you're a hero. I did not want to hear him sing. I did not want to hear him do, because he started doing like the goofy voice with it, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear this, man. Um, I thought I liked Charlie Day as Mario and Luigi, or Charlie Day as Luigi, and I like Chris Pratt as Mario. Um, yeah, like in the trailer, they do a Mario Kart reference, and that comes out of nowhere. That's for no that comes out of nowhere. It's just like, well, there's a Mario Kart, right? Mario Kart, and it is to get to the villain's like main base or whatever. but it just pops out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, kids, yeah, Mario Kart. It was like, sure, sure, why not? Um, yeah, there's hardly any character development for a lot of characters. The only characters that you may get some development from is Mario and Luigi. It seemed like they were trying to do that, and I know a lot of people were thinking, because a lot of people were saying this when it came out, because a lot of people were mad. Whoever didn't like this movie, they're like, "Whoa, it wasn't a Martin Scorsese film. That like this is an Academy Award winning film. Well, it's Mario. Why do you expect it to have a story?" Because video game movies have been taking themselves a little bit more seriously. Even properties that don't have story to them. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles didn't. I guess the Turtles had a lot of stuff to build up to. Let's look at something like the Barbie movie. That's just the Barbie movie. If you think about it, Barbie doesn't really have much of a story to it like that. It's dolls. There's some lore to it. There's really no story. But the director of the Barbie movie, and this came out the exact same year, and the Barbie movie, at least the director took that property and she was passionate enough about it to actually tell a story, develop characters, and these are just Barbie dolls, like, and I never thought to like Barbie like that, and I like the movie. The movie's good. Barbie's a very good movie. So I don't feel like Mario has an excuse. I feel like I feel like the animation and everything is really good. Like that's a step in the right direction. But I think as far as everything else, it's more of a step back. And this reminds me of video game movies that were just kind of thrown together, um, and just shoved with references. Uh, because like I said, the first 10, 15 minutes of this movie I was really enjoying, and then the rest of this movie just lost my interest immediately. The only thing that was holding me together really was the animation. And even after a while, I was just like, okay, what else does this have to offer? But then by the time I was wondering what else did it have to offer, the movie was already over. So like I said, it's a short film. It's on Netflix. That's where I saw it. Um, so definitely check it out. It's on Netflix and it's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it on both, on either, whatever your preference is, or whichever one you're subscribed to. I'm subscribed to both, but um, yeah, this one's I don't know. I didn't really care for this too much. I'm going. I was thinking moderate at first, but the more I had to think about it, the more I was like, yeah, the animation and stuff is and the voice acting is really good. But that's all it really has going for it. If you're a fan of these games, you're probably going to love this. Like if I had shown this to my granddaughter, she would love this movie because she loves Mario. She has a Switch, and she loves Mario. Uh, but for me, this is going to be a low recommend. I don't know, and the reason why I say it's a low recommend is I would probably recommend it to people who are a little bit more passionate about the games, who are just happy that they actually made something that resembles Mario. Because like I said, it is a bunch of references in here. Uh, Lots and lots of references. There's some that I think there's probably a couple that went over my head because I haven't played Mario in a very long time. Uh, but yeah, this is a low recommend for me. Like I said, good animation and stuff. Like low recommend doesn't mean like it's completely terrible, but I mean it the movie just doesn't really do much beyond the animation, uh, and the references to Mario and it resembling Mario. It doesn't do more than that. So yeah, low recommend for me. Uh, so I don't know. Did you see the Mario Brothers movie 2023? Not you know. So, but yeah, if you've seen Mario Brothers 2023, what did you think about the movie? Uh, you can comment. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe you're a Mario fan and you love this movie. Uh, and I'm just old and mean and I don't get it. But either way, go ahead and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.